Yep. All right, here we are. What's up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? This, whose channel this is? This is Cholula's Comics, and I got my good buddies AG Surfer.
I don't. Yeah, hey, what's
That's
up?
you. That's
All
you.
right, that's me.
And
Damn.
Ron,
My,
comic book estate.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
See, there you go. That's how you give an intro. You got to say hello to the folks, AG. What's going
hello,
on?
folks. My phone just went dark, so I've got
That's
to.
it. You blew it. You lost your chance.
Yeah, my phone went dark. I'll tap out and come back.
So
There it is.
here we are with the late night edition. You can tell it's late because we're all kind of wonky already. It's a late night edition of Sigs, Slabs, and Contact. This is episode 9, and we are your West Coast Comic Connection. So yep, we're back another week. It's been a little while. Last week we had intended on going over some books. We didn't get a chance to because we were just we got so caught up in like sharing stuff about the late great Chadwick Boseman and all the great works that he's done, and how it's affected not just popular culture but also this comic book collecting game that we're in. So we got a little bit caught up with that, but this week we're back to some books. We're back to the basics. So without further ado, we're going to be talking today about AG and I actually got a chance to go. What was it? 2 weeks ago? I think I lost AG. See, first he doesn't say goodbye, then we lost him.
Sorry. It's late night, man.
It's gone dark.
Yeah, dark.
Oh shoot! Hold on. Let me acknowledge some people in the chat here. So
Yeah, go.
Oh, we got people in the chat.
We got Chat Comics in the chat. Who's gonna let's see. He's gonna be. He says he got his bag of M&Ms ready, and he's gonna be joining us a little bit later.
I forgot my M&Ms.
Hopefully we can get him on. We can get him on as soon as possible. We got the Broski Gomez Comic Collector. What's up, brother, man? Thanks for showing up. We got K Titus again from the land of the rising sun, Japan. Thanks for joining us again. You're here every week, man. Really appreciate you coming out and saying and supporting and watching us every week. Without further ado, like I said, we got a chance a couple weeks back to go and there was an event. There was a signing event with Clayton Crain. And this year we haven't really had a chance to do any cons, to do very many signing events unless they're mail-aways. I think I mentioned in an earlier episode that me and AG were fortunate enough to do one of the very first, or excuse me, it was the first of the year, but it was one of the last before the whole shutdown. We got a chance to go see Steranko down in San Diego. And everything's still kind of up in the air and shut down, but we decided to try to play it safe, as safe as we could, take our chances and go see Clayton Crain. So Clayton went down to a shop in Rockland, California, which is near Sacramento.
Okay.
Name of the shop is Ken's Comics. And before calling, both me and AG, before going out there, we kind of did some recon, just to see how it was going to be. I have some concerns, with like social distancing and masks and, the whole, everything that's going on. Right. But I talked to the shop owner. He was really cool. He was very responsive and was there to answer any questions about my concerns. I know AG called before I did. And he got some pricing info. I was very, very concerned just about social distancing and how all that was going to work. And basically what he shared with me was that Clayton was set to arrive at 12 o'clock. They had lined out around their whole store, and it's a huge store, right, AG? It's like in a strip mall or something.
Yeah, it's like an outside strip mall or little shops and things out and about. Was that AC?
Huh?
No. Oh, you looked up. My AC's on, man. No.
Oh no, it's me, dude. I got this nasty fly buzzing around right now.
Okay, cool.
I got the light on, so it's hella annoying.
Anyways, yeah, no, it was a cool little shop. I thought the Ken's comic shop was real nice, and the location wasn't bad at all. I think for me it was about an hour and a half. No, about hour and 10-minute drive. Good traffic. Let's see. It was good parking. The lines were just crazy because of social distancing. The folks did social distance at the beginning, which was fine, but toward the end, as we got closer to the door, people were just getting closer, and they started looking like, okay, now it's started freaking out a little bit. Maybe it's like, oh, keep away from me, bro. Don't get too
Yeah.
close. But
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it started getting kind of lax in that. So, hold up real quick. I want to shout out to Joker M21.
Hey,
He
Mike.
said, "Yeah, boy." So, what's up, Joker? Look, I'm representing for you, bro. See, I got my Joker shirt on today. That's for you. And we got Al Picknell.
Hey,
What's up,
how's it
Al,
going,
man?
Al?
I heard you guys had a good show today. Sorry,
They did, yeah.
sorry I missed it. I had a long day at work today, which is why we're on late. But thank you for showing up and for supporting. For sure, I'm gonna check you guys out on the rewind, man.
oh yeah.
So like we were saying, yeah, it's a really cool little shop. So what the store owner did, he basically he lined out a 6-foot line around his whole store with tape, like masking tape or duct tape. What he was doing, he was walking around to all the groups of individuals that were there to get signatures. He gave everybody a ticket so they wouldn't lose their place in line. And another thing that he did was he was limiting the amount of people that were allowed in the store to four at a time. So with those things, and I don't know, he just sounded really nice and accommodating. Like, so hearing that plan, I was like, you know what, I think I can chance it. Like, that's fine. But I'll tell you, like AG was saying, it got towards the end. How long were we in line?
Oh man, that was like 3.5 hours, man.
So what's the rules in meeting him? Are you allowed to bring only a limited amount of books to get signed, or can you bring a friggin' short box? What
yeah, we'll get to. That's what we can decide. I can take.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you about that.
Yeah, go ahead, AG. Go ahead.
Okay, no. Yes, you know, I think again, he was supposed to be there from 12 to 5. I want to say Crain showed up about 12:30.
Yeah.
And then he actually cruised around, checked the line out, checked out the place as they're setting up inside. Crain comes out to kind of greet some of the fans.
Yeah.
So I want to say probably started signing about 12:50, just before 1 o'clock. He was actually probably, signing books, and Shalou and myself, even though I got there about 10:30, I didn't jump in line until about 11:40, because I didn't feel like standing out there. I was just kind of chilling in my truck, and then I actually went into the shop when I got there early in the morning, just to check it out and see the layout. And it was a nice comic book store. It was a nice layout and real clean, and so I just wanted to go hang out in my truck or just chill in the shade. I didn't want to go stand in line with a bunch of folks or whatever. And then I was also kind of waiting. I just wanted to wait to see when Cholula showed up that we could all kind of hang out together, and which we did. Like I said, we got in line about 11:40, and man, we didn't roll in there. Well, actually, if you could figure out 11:40 to, yeah, there you go, 11:40 till it was almost 4 o'clock, and he was supposed to bail by 5. So about 4 o'clock, we got in there with an hour left.
Wow.
And I had, and I think they said he was going to probably stay a little longer because he felt bad. But I think I ended up with I had like 13 or 14 books of my own to sign.
It was 14.
It was 14 books to get signed.
Well,
and
you ended up with because you ended up buying some there too.
I purchased. So I had like 12 books, and then I think I purchased a couple. Sorry, I purchased a couple of books. So I ended up with 14 or so. But as we get in there and as we get closer, the guys go. That's when the guys come out. They're checking the lines. They're letting folks know that what Crain's doing.
Well, so did you mention the what the cap was before that?
That's what I was gonna go for it.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say so. As we got in line and the guy was handing out the tickets, me and AJ are standing there, and he says, "Hey, gentlemen, how many things are you going to get signed today?" And we go, "Well, is there a limit? Is there a cap?" And what did he say? Was it 20 or 25?
25.
Wow. 25 was the original cap.
Yes.
Per person.
And I felt cool because I had like 12.
Yeah.
And I had like 20, so it was fine.
Yeah.
So if I'm in a con and there's a long line, I make a cap. I just do 10 because you don't want to hold everybody up and you want to give everyone a chance to go. But in the store setting like that, I can't imagine people asking for sketches and doing short boxes because I've done that before and that just holds everything up.
Yeah. And I think that's ultimately what happened.
I didn't see anybody with short boxes. I think they were good about keeping the cap of about 20 or 25, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But
that's
I think
it is. Yeah.
We did hear that there was. So you saw that picture that I just showed a little while ago, me and AG with the masks on and our gloves and all that stuff, right? That's the back of the store because the The freaking line just wrapped all the way around. So we were at the back of the store, and we got there an hour and a half before Crain even got there. So we were already like towards the end of the line, right?
Yep.
And the lines in the beginning, it's to their credit, it started moving kind of quickly.
It was moving
all of a
good.
sudden, and then all of a sudden we're just dead stop, like dead stop.
When we got to the other side of the building, it was weird. It's like we were moving like, oh, we're moving pretty good. And then we got onto the second half of the building, and then it was like that's where we just got stuck for like a good hour and a half, almost 2 hours or something. It was like we were just creeping.
And somebody from the store came out and told us that he was working on a sketch, or he was working on something.
Yeah, he was doing a couple sketches, and then a lot of the issues as we got closer and we're about to get in there, the amount of books he was going to sign changed to, like, he said, hey, have your top 5. The top 5 books to sign. And even though in the beginning I had 12, I brought 12, but I was thinking, okay, maybe I only do 8. But I brought extras just in case.
2.
Yeah. But when he said top 5, it's like, all right, let's get. And then at least they had a nice big table before you get inside the comic book store, and they had some blue tape out there. Me and Chulu like we realized we're getting closer to get inside the store. Let's prep our books before we get in, get them ready.
Well, and even before that, as we're along that side of the wall, I started freaking out because I had about 5 to 10 books. I prepped almost all my books. They were ready.
Yep.
I mean, window bags and boards and placement and color, like I'm ready.
Yep. Yeah.
But at the last second, I decided to bring the connecting cover set of Venom Burst. And I was like, it's fine. Like, I'll just pull him out raw and he can sign wherever he wants. And then as we start getting closer and I have more time to think about it, I'm like, no, I really want certain colors in certain places. So I sit down in the middle of this parking lot, like against the wall, and just start furiously making bags and boards and window placements and colors and all kinds of stuff like this.
Yeah, he was working right on site. I got a little video of it. I should have uploaded it to Chula, but we can do that next time. But yeah, he was working right on site. It's like, why not? I mean, even when he did those books, I think it was almost like an hour later before we got in there. Anyways, we were slowly creeping along, and and we
were already at the storefront. Like we could I could throw a rock and hit the front door. Like we were that close, and it still took like an hour. And they'd come out every 10 to 15 minutes and just say, "Hey guys, make sure you have your books ready. Get them out. We think we're going to start limiting them to 5. We'll let you know." But they were giving warnings, like they were going to do it. And by the time we got to that table, so the table was a good 6 feet from the front door, maybe 10 feet.
Oh yeah. That's it.
And so that table, we got there and we're prepping our books, and the guy says, "Well, I think we're limiting to 5, guys, just 5." I was like,
have your top 5.
And so I told AG, I said, "Look, do this. Get your top 5 out, but then get your next middle 5 and put those right behind, and then put all the rest just in case, let's see what happens." So what happened? Then we get in there, and AG's ahead of me. It's him and then me, and they're keeping us far apart now. And so we get in there, and they're like, "Oh, how many books do you guys have?" And we're like, "Well, how many can we get?" And he says, "Well, seriously, how many do you have?" I go, "I have 21. He goes, "Damn." He goes, "Well, are they ready? Do you have them out?" And I had them prepped. So, I put a bag over the window bag, right? But I had them all ready.
Yeah. Double bag bag, extra protection.
I had them it was in this thing. I actually had them in this box right here. This J. Scott Campbell box. So I had them all.
Yeah, I like that box.
Open here, ready to go. And the guy tells me, he says, "Well, are they ready? I don't see them out." I go, "No, don't worry." And I popped them out. I go, "See, these are ready." He goes, "Wow, I've never seen that." He goes, "You are ready, right?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." I go, "Oh, this is not my first rodeo."
Rodeo, that's first rodeo.
And then the guy tells me, he goes, "Well, it's mine." I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I don't know about comics, man." He goes, "Ken's my friend, so he told me I can make a couple extra bucks if I just came in." And I was like, huh.
He was there helping him out. Yeah,
he's like the handler or something.
Yeah, he was just a buddy from the guy that owned the store.
Yeah, a buddy from the guy that owned the store. He was just managing the line. So he doesn't know comics. He doesn't know anything. He's just managing the line.
Crowd control.
So he walks around and he talks to AG because he sees that me and him are talking, right? And then what did he tell you? He was asking you how many you had.
Exactly, yeah. Since I was there first, and then I rolled up with my books, and I showed him. I'm like, "Yeah, I've got 12 books." And he's like, oh, well, I don't, he's only gonna probably be 5. I was like, that's cool. But then I'm like, well, we'll see. I said, can I just take him up there and we'll see if he signs? He goes, yeah. And that's when he looked at my books, and he was like, well, your books are ready and prepped. And he looks at me. That's he saw the window bags and boards, the color, asking for a color choice, and he's like, oh, he thought that was the greatest thing. He's like, oh, you're good, man. And that's when I said, well, my buddies have got the same thing. He's right behind me, and he's like, oh, right on, you guys are great, because that was the issue with folks rolling up for like when Crain started signing in the beginning. That was the problem, is that these were a lot of new folks, or just folks getting autographs for the first time or whatever.
Yeah.
He said,
so if you have the window and you stack your books right, you can just go plop, 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 plop.
Exactly.
Really
and so with the folks like that were all ahead of us and held up that line for hours, and how they probably, and who knows, like all those folks were, when I could even, let me backtrack to when I got there at 10:30 in the morning. There was already a line outside that was probably 30 people deep from what I could tell. And I didn't walk around the entire building, but from what I could see, there was 30 people waiting to get in, and they're sitting in their little chairs and whatnot. At least 30 folks.
And so,
yeah, who knows if those dudes all had 25 each or 30 books each or whatever.
Sketch covers.
Yeah. So, but as the gentleman looked at my books and noticed I had us all prepped, and I asked for color choices, he thought that was the greatest thing. And he said, that was the issue earlier when he was signing on, because people didn't know what an infinity signature was. They didn't know how many colors they wanted. And Creighton he's such a giving individual. He listens to he wants to please the fan. That he's like
very accommodating. He's like extremely accommodating.
Extremely. Because he's like,
and he wants to explain to you what your options are, what's going to look good. And he doesn't, he's not going to do a stroke until you tell him it's cool. Like, yeah, you know how there's some artists where you put a window bag and they're like, take it out, I don't want to sign it there, I'm going to sign it wherever the fuck I want. Like you get artists that are like that, right? Crain was like, you want to hear what color, how many colors, like, okay, next book. And then so there's people in line with multiple books, and they're going through that scenario with every book. And it's
can you imagine like 20 people, 25 books each, and each book they're going through each color, or a possible remark or sketch. But yeah, I didn't hear too many folks. There was one guy coming out telling his buddies, I don't think he was doing very many sketches or remarks because of even Crain knew that how much time he was taking up, and he wanted to get to the fans. I think that he was like, he started limiting the autographs or limiting the amount he was signing, and he didn't want to, remarks or sketches, because he just
honestly taking him that long because his sig is so tiny.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, hold on, let me highlight you. Hold on, there you go. Yeah.
Got the glare at it.
I know he's got one of the best penmanships, and I told him that when he was signing my book. He's such a clean autograph, and he's so efficient with it. And even the paint pens, he loves the paint pens, and he's so. The guy's amazing. When I watched him sign all the books, it was just something. But yeah, as we rolled up, we laid our books out on the table. And it was like we get up there and we're like, and that's the cool thing with Crain. He had like 3 tables, and he had all the merchandise and items he was selling on display. And then off to the side, he still got all his prints and everything that you could buy prints and look at them. But he's like, oh, he looks at me and Cholula, whatever. He's like, hey, you guys come on over and whatever. And I'll go ahead and put your books down there. And then I'll come around the table and sign them. Because he's behind the table, obviously, and he's just signing single issues at a time. But he's like, he saw our books. He's like, no, you guys go ahead and stage them out. And then I'll come around the table and get them autographed for you. So I was like, oh, that's fantastic.
That's what I feel so bad about, is, to be honest with you, like, I do feel bad about this, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't care at the same time. Like, they limited people before us, and they limited people after us. Yes. But because we had all our shit together, like we were ready to go, that's what the guy told us. He just basically said, lay your books on the table, Leighton's going to come around, and he'll sign everything. So what I started doing was, whether it was my book or AG's book, as we were putting stuff out, I was just like, okay, that's red. You got your red pen out? Boom, here's a stack of reds. Okay, I see green. Boom, here's a stack of green since you got green next. And he was like, he was actually like into it. He was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, and he just started going.
He was just, it's like I couldn't keep up with him. And it's basically, we were staging our books based on color, because we didn't want him, obviously we didn't want him to go, he signs one green, then he goes to red, then he comes back to green. No, it's like, dude, try to knock out. That's just about a quick process,
Right.
And he was cool, and he was amazing. And it was a matter of like, I only had one, I had 3 books I wanted to multicolor. So those I used pretty much. I did those first because to knock the tough ones out. You know, I know Cholula, I think, did the same. But yeah, I mean, for him to come around the table and do that, and then.
So I know he's been going around the country doing this. How did you find out that he was doing this? Is it through Facebook or what?
Dang it. What did I find out about this?
I found out about it. I want to say somebody shared it from an IG post.
Oh, okay.
I think, yeah, because I follow Crain on Instagram, so that's where I found it, because Crain had posted it on Instagram. And honestly, I initially didn't know it was a tour. I thought it was just hitting a couple of local spots. And then when I looked at it later, he had like this whole thing mapped out as far as doing a tour.
Right.
Such an amazing guy, and a big shout out goes to Cholula's wife for taking those photos. We're behind the table. We're behind the table, and then after he signs our books, it's like, "Hey guys, let's get a photo." I was like, "Cool." And I'm about to hand somebody my phone. I look over, it's his wife. Cholula's wife's across the way, and I'm like, dude, she's a freaking ninja, man. She's just all snap. And I'm like, that is so cool. So I'm like, oh, we're good. And then freaking Crain, like everyone's wearing masks, but Crain wasn't wearing a mask, so that kind of threw me for a bit. But I'm like, hey, that's a tough guy.
Too. I was not comfortable.
But when he said, "Hey, you guys want to take your mask down?" I'm like, I'm cool with that. You know, I'm like, you know, he's a young guy. He looked healthy. He wasn't coughing.
You could see. Look at the look on my face. I was like,
I know yours. I
begrudgingly took my mask off. Like,
you're holding your breath.
Yeah. Cholula wasn't breathing. He was.
I was holding my breath. You're right. I hella was, dude. I took a deep ass breath. Like,
yeah. But it was just one of those experiences where, you know, you get there, you're all excited, and then the wait makes it tough, because you're like, what I get into? Why am I? You start having why am I here? Oh, this is going to be rough or whatever. And you know, then they come out and give you the news. Oh, you can only have 5 books now, and you're like, oh crap. But we just plow through it, man, and we're just like, you know what? Hey, all we can do is ask. All they can say is no.
Yeah, that's it. Like that's what I kept telling AG. I was like, the worst they can tell us is no. And look, we're here. We wait. It was incredibly hot that day. That was the weekend that the fires were kicking off real tough. I mean, no joke. On my way up, I drove through Fairfield, and both sides of the Fairfield, like the hills, scorched black, scorched. And as we were there in line, and I'm making my little window bags, I'm no joke. Ash and soot is just like raining down on us. Like, it was
toward
bad.
the end, toward the end.
And after going through all that, I was like, look, AG, we're fucking here.
Yeah,
we're braving the elements, the weather,
it takes.
The fucking pandemic. We're out here. All we could do is fucking ask, and if they tell us no, then oh well.
Oh well, yeah, no, we weren't going to quit. That's for sure. I didn't think we were there too long and felt like we worked too hard or something. To you know, it was an effort to do it, to get there. That it was like, hey man, we're gonna hang out here till they kick us out or something's happening. Because
it would have sucked if he only limited to 5.
I mean, that would have kind of sucked. Yeah, I mean, luckily I had at least 5. but yeah, no, it would have been. I'd have been a little bummed, but hey, I've been like, oh man, you know,
yeah, it would. Yeah, you're right. It would have sucked, but at the same time, like, you know, we were there to get those Sigs. We were there to meet them. So at the same time, you know, I think we got what we wanted done. There were a couple little hiccups, even while we were in line. He had this guy that was working with him, this young guy, a handler. I guess he was his handler, right?
That kid didn't know what was going on.
Well, I mean, it was a long day. I get all props to him, like real stuff. Like, I'm not just talking crap about him. Like, all props. It was a long day. There was plenty of people. Crain is mostly focused on the fans and signing, right? The kid is the money man and managing the line, making sure everybody pays. You get what you need, and there's, you know, he's inundated with people who are like, hey, I need this. Hey, I want that. Like, can you get me this? So, like AG was saying, we were like 63 and 64 in line, something like that.
Oh yeah.
And there was a ton of people behind us still.
Excuse me.
So 3.5 hours before you got in?
If maybe a little more than that, yeah.
Okay. So it would have helped if the store prepped everybody, like they gave some sort of info PSA about prepping your comics, having the window ready, and having them in color order.
That
so
definitely
you're not going one at a time, you know.
Yeah, it definitely would have helped. But I think even I talked to the owner of the store, which he was just like, hey, this is the first time they ever attempted something like this.
Yeah.
It was all kind of new to them. And I was like, you know what? Ultimately, I thought it. I mean, I'm going to say ultimately, I thought it worked out well because I got everything I wanted signed.
Yeah, you don't care.
Chula got everything he wanted signed. So I'm like, hey, it did work out really good. It wasn't too shabby. You know,
Yeah.
if I only got 5 items signed, I would have been like,
no, that would have sucked. That would.
Yeah,
sucked.
if I would have got 5, I'd be saying, man, that was a shit show. And
that guy
Absolutely.
sucks. No.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
'Cause it was
I mean, go ahead.
no, all I was gonna say was because not only all the stuff that we had to put up with while we're there, it was a 4-hour round trip drive for me, 2 up and 2
for
back.
you, yeah, that's a long day. Yeah.
I forgot to ask. So, if he's signing a book, how much does each book cost to have signed?
Okay, that's a great question. So, if you're gonna get a raw Sig, $5. If you're gonna get a raw Infinity Sig, you know the
20.
multicolored one, 20,
or anything
right?
or anything with 2 colors. If you use 2 colors.
I was getting to that. I was getting to that. So he does his Infinity thing, but basically, if on the same comic you make him uncap more than 1 pen, he's charging you $20.
Oh hell no!
Oh hell no, Karen.
If it's a single color that you're gonna submit for grading, it's $20. Or if it's an Infinity signature that you're submitting for grading, it was $35.
But how do they know you're submitting it for grading? Grading to the store?
Okay, another great question. See,
That's
you guys, they don't know that you're sending it for submission, right?
Well, here's the thing. No. Well, here's the thing. So I'll discuss both. I'll discuss both platforms.
Okay, go ahead.
So they told us that CGC was going to be on site or be available. When we got there, CGC was not available. What it is Crain has some type of a deal with CGC where he submits through his company or through his like whatever, he submits the books on your behalf. Yeah. However, the thing is to get a CGC graded book is like what, $30, AG? $30-ish?
Yeah, like 30, maybe 30, 33 if it's yellow.
Yeah, if you wanted to submit one through Clayton, it was $100.
Damn, that's kind of steep.
That's ridiculously fucking steep.
Was it 110 or 120 for an Infinity and 90
120 for Infinity?
And
90, I wonder how much he pockets from that.
90 for. Well, here's the thing. When I because it threw me for a loop. I was like, I'm going in there thinking I'm not paying those prices because I got a CGC account. I'm gonna pay my CGC fees and my prices.
Yeah, exactly.
And so when I get in there, I tell the guy's like, "Oh, you're gonna submit?" I said, "Yeah, I like to submit these to CGC." So he goes and grabs me a form. I get this form. I get the CGC form. I'm looking at it going, "No, this format. This is a little different. This isn't the typical CGC paperwork I'm used to filling out. This has got Clayton Crain on it. It's got all this stuff. It's just different. The layout's different." And I'm like, so I was thinking, what the hell is this going to be? But so again, we get all our books signed. I'm getting ready to submit them, and I even tell the guy there's, we can do CGC. I'm all cool. You need my account number? Yeah, you go ahead and write it all down. And Cholula's over there. Cholula's hustling like a Cholula's hustling like a madman. He's signing. I mean, he's filling out the paperwork. He's making sure we have to put all this information on the back of each comic book. Your name, I think I had my name, my information as far as my name and my CGC number on most, but now they want your email, and I think I don't know if they wanted a phone number.
Every single one of them.
So
what's again? What?
So we had to put all of his information, all of AG's contact information on the back of every single backing board that we were submitting books for CGC.
Yeah.
So we were going to do a mix. We were going to do a couple CGC because there's some labels that I really wanted. And I think AG was going to do mostly all of his CGC.
CGC, yeah. Like I had the Venom label, the Carnage label, the Spider-Man label. And I'm thinking I'm getting my prices. Then the guy tallies them up and he tells me, "Oh no, it's all through Clayton Crain." And I'm like, "What?" Then I'm good. He gave us a moment to think about it, so we sat there, let the ink dry more.
Yeah, I wonder if that held up the line. I bet a lot of people were thinking about it.
No, I think because at that point they put you to the side. You're to the side. He's still signing.
But I think in the beginning, AG, I think it did because when we were asking about CGC, they were like, "Oh, I don't think we're going to do anymore. That guy's getting frustrated. I don't think we're going to do anymore." They were talking about the handler.
That's true. That's true. That kid, the young kid, yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget, in the beginning, they were really abiding by the 4-person per 4-customer in the store rule. Towards the end, they stopped because they wanted everybody to get signed. So we were there like in the most dangerous exposed time when everybody was just allowed into the store.
Pretty much.
All bets were off. No more rules.
They try to keep some spacing, but and then even if I got stuff signed, I'm sitting there trying to process. Do I send any of these through his services? And I was like, no freaking way, because the money is just outrageous. As we're doing that,
but don't forget, it took us a long time to. So we told this part of the story really quickly, but it actually took us a long time to get that full information. Like we asked about CGC, he told us the price. We said, no, you're mistaken. We have our own account, and he said, okay, I guess. And then he gave us the paperwork.
Confused. He didn't know.
Then let us fill everything out, and then he said, okay, that'll be $3,000, and we're like, what? No.
Yeah, I was all hell no, Karen. But yeah, the only cool, so we're in there for at least that was like, Jesus, probably another hour, easily an hour and a half with all that. But as that was kind of unfolding, in between that, and I realized I'm not going to submit, I was perfectly happy and fine with that, obviously, because I have to kick my own tail for paying that kind of cash. But I asked him, like, hey, I started buying some books, and I'm like, hey, is it cool if he signs? Yeah, he'll sign those. And I bought a print. Hey, he'll sign that, because I'm like, oh, cool, I'm getting all these extra items signed, And
I gotta say, for Clayton Crain, they could have made him make money if they just didn't charge that much. I mean, usually submitting a book is like 30 something, but
yeah,
to make it 100 rather than maybe 35 or 40, it's like, come on.
Yeah. So when I got home, I broke down the prices, and what also included a 2-week turnaround time. They guaranteed you getting those books back in 2 weeks. So there was and when I broke down all the payments, it ended up coming out to like, I think I factored about $70 a book after you subtract his fees, his signature fees, and it was like $70 went to CGC or whatever. And so that included, them grading it, encapsulating the turnaround time. But I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. I said, I'm no flipper. I'm not selling a damn thing. I don't mind if I got to wait a month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, the typical whatever. I don't want to pay this to rush these books. I'd rather just, it's all about saving the money, man.
Yeah.
I'm not. If I was going to sell them, then hey, here. But
I like how Al Picknell says UCBC SIG author service. So
yeah,
there's that, Al. But actually, so here's the good thing is, that's the second part of the story. I don't know if a lot of you guys may or may not know, but if you see my channel, like I do witnessing for CBCS. So I'm actually allowed to witness my own books, right? Like, so if I go to a signing, as long as I'm there and I have my paperwork, I've submitted it ahead of time through CBCS, they pre-authorize me and deem me like as a witness for whatever show. Then after that, I just send them my books and I still get a gold label.
So understand, Al, that's why we hang around him.
Hey, it's a perk. It's a perk, right? So the funny thing is, though, with Crain, I think earlier CPA asked, he goes, well, you could just like do it and he wouldn't know. The thing is with Crain, I don't know if I have a copy. So he asked us to turn in this like receipt that has his name on it, the date, how many books we got signed, and then the person that was manning, either he does or like his handler or whatever, has to sign the receipt saying how many books we got at the signing. So that was another thing that after so originally, even with my books, I was going to submit a couple with AG because I like the CGC labels, and the rest I was going to do on my CBCS account, right? The thing is, like, even the kid was like, he saw the thing and he was like, what is this? I've never seen this before. And he's like, I was like, dude, look, here's the thing. Like, I'm going to do it through CBCS. I'm going to give you money. Just sign the paper and put how many books we got signed, how many books we got. All in all, we ended up doing, I'm embarrassed to say.
Nah.
All in all, we ended up doing like 35 books.
Each?
No, not each. No. Hey, understand some of those are gifts for friends. And
okay. Yeah, one book belongs to Davis. Only one. Only one book belongs to Davis Comic Finds.
There's a couple. Sure.
There's some There's some hidden gems in there. There's some hidden gems, we'll say. How's that?
But that kid was like so confused. Like he didn't. And the funny thing was that what CBCS told me was they sent me that signature witness verification receipt, right? And said, hey, make sure that somebody from Crane's camp signs this. And then when you submit your order, send that paperwork in with your books. So that way we know like everything's like all on the up and up and stuff.
You don't need that, do you?
Yeah, apparently for Crane we do.
What?
Something new, I guess. It's
but the funny thing was that it was so new. Like they've never had me do that for any other artist before. But it's fine, whatever. But the thing that I thought was funny was even the guys in his camp, like the kid was like, "What is this? I've never seen this before." And I'm like, "Dude, this comes out of your camp. What do you mean you've never seen this before?"
Because you easily could go to PGX or ESG, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to matter.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, but I like my CBCS stuff. Those are my dudes.
But they specifically said there's a CBCS, some sort of agreement with CBCS that you need to.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't get too much information. I didn't get too much info on it, but they just basically told me that I needed to get the thing signed and make sure that I turned it in with my paperwork. I mean, with my books. So
yeah,
that's fine. Like it's fine. It worked out. What was I gonna say? And the good thing was that we were able to do that because, like I said, I know AG was really counting on using his own account and going through CGC, and I was counting on a few of my books, because I really wanted to go. Like they have those cool Wolverine labels, and I got a couple Wolverine books that I really that Wolverine label would have looked sweet on there. But you know what? We had a good backup plan, and hopefully everything's working out for the best. You know what I mean?
But what if you get your thing slabbed? Is he going to come after you? I mean, what? Is he going to sue you?
No. We got everything signed. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had the kid sign the receipt, so he put how many. Yeah. He put the number of books on there. He put his date.
Following the process here. I guess.
Yeah. So we got the receipt, right? And I say, hey kid, we're doing these many books. Can you put your signature on there that we paid for them and that we're good? And then he signs it. He puts the number of books down and gives it back. So now we're good. We're legit.
Yeah. And I just thought the kid wasn't, because I think we were really patient or whatever, and then they were cool with us just letting us just hang out in the corner and try to figure out if I was going to submit anything to CGC, and then just handling our books. They weren't trying to rush anybody, or at least rush us. So that was really nice. And then the kid was just flustered because he had all these questions and people coming at him, and so it's like I wasn't trying to add to that. I like to think I know the answers, and I was like, I didn't have to ask him anything. Me and Chulu, whatever. We're seasoned vets or whatever.
We were making it easy for him, honestly. Yeah, like we were giving him answers.
Exactly. I wasn't trying to hassle him because you could tell the guy, he was gonna explode. And then even Crain made a remark. It's like, why do I have this guy?
Dude.
Kid. But so we didn't. I wasn't sure if Crain was kidding or what. But Crain
I don't think he was, cool. Bro.
Yeah, Crain was still.
I don't think it was.
No,
so it was funny. So like, me and AG are like over there, right? If you see Crane's got his back to us because we're on the side of the table now, and he's signing books, right? And he can hear all the commotion going on in the background. But he's like writing, right? So he's like, there's like all kinds of money being exchanged. There's money all over the table. The kid's like, he's doing math incorrectly. Like, it was kind of bad. And then Crain like corrected his math, and he says, "No."
Yeah, Crain turned around and goes, "Oh, that was $35 or something."
Yeah, exactly. He goes,
Crain had one,
and then the kid was like,
fan and one ear to the money. Crain wasn't playing.
And so the kid was like, "Oh yeah, my math was off." And then that's when Crain said, "Yep, why don't we even have this kid?"
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good.
No.
Like I said, after that, but the kid was still cool because I'm like, we were getting ready to wrap up, and I was like, hey, because I had 2 pop figures. I was like, hey, do you think Crain would sign these real quick? The kid's, oh yeah, no problem. Because the kid could even looked at us and said, hey man, looks like you guys got more than 5 items each. Or he could have said, hey man, you got enough things already signed by him. You can't. I'm sorry. He could have told us that. He could have told me that and said, sorry, you can't sign those. But I asked even prior to having him sign these pop figures. I said, hey, if I buy a couple books, do you think is it cool if he still sign? Oh yeah, he'll sign them. So the kid was cool about that.
The kid knew. I mean, we were we were throwing money at this kid. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he might as well have had his hand around a pole. You know what I mean? We were sitting there throwing money at this dude. Like,
Yeah.
so
Although I
he
couldn't-
knew
I
who to
wasn't
keep
picturing
around.
him,
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to be
Right.
honest. When I met him at the convention, I don't think there was much of a line and there wasn't much of a wait. But I was so hesitant to get him stuff signed because I just didn't want to pay. You know?
Yeah.
And I only got 2 books signed. I got this one, the Ghost Rider. Okay,
Yeah,
I got that
nice.
one. And then my most favorite thing I got him signed is this one right here.
Oh, the blood.
Oh, nice.
The bloodshot.
So this is the Stalin version of Bloodshot.
Oh,
So
okay.
That's dope.
the signature up there. I mean, this is a great read. He does the interior art as well.
Nice.
So I absolutely love this comic book. And those are the only 2 things I had him sign because I didn't want to spend a lot of money like you guys did on getting signatures.
Well,
What
yeah.
was he charging? What was he charging then, Ron?
I don't know, $1? I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, I want to say when I first met him, it was like $5 or $10 at a con.
Yeah, I think it was $5.
$5 or $10. I think it was like probably 5, and then if it was great, because I graded 2 of mine. I think just one book I graded or something, so that was like $10. I think I only got him to sign a few items as well. And,
You guys have each met him twice, haven't you?
Yeah.
was that your first time, Cholula? No.
I'd met him before, but I never got anything signed. It was that con that you went to, Ron, and I'd gone by his table, but I didn't get anything signed at that time.
Oh yeah,
okay.
because you were at CBCS. That's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I were to meet him again, and I probably won't, I'd probably have him sign my Black Widows because he did Black Widow covers.
Oh yeah.
So that's his Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's Crain because that's his. That's
Yeah.
his,
Oh yeah.
Right.
his-
Yeah. Little
I
autograph,
thought-
little sick.
yeah.
That's interesting that you say it that way. I thought it was a little off from his normal like faces, the way he usually does faces. It almost looked like a little like not Granoff, but Art Jeremy.
It's
Just
kind of
like
like. It's
like
kind of
Widow's
like
Peak.
Archer Man Granoff, yeah.
It's
yeah.
2 different
Yeah.
styles. It's very cool though. I dig that I dig how like he experiments or tries different ways.
It's totally different Natasha's if you
Yep.
take a look at it.
Exactly.
Yeah, right?
I like him.
Because he paints and he does Photoshop and then he alters everything, so it's not totally consistent, but it's his thing. But most people they get this stuff, they get the Spidey,
Mhm.
Carnage, Venom stuff. And
Yeah.
that's his thing.
Yeah, I like
I
those.
kind of like this Punisher here too. This is kind of cool. I guess if I were to meet him again,
Oh, the Punisher was very cool.
I'd get him to do this.
Yeah. The Punisher War Machine or something.
Yeah,
I have some of those. Those are cool.
yeah, Punisher War Machine. That's right. Yeah,
Those are great issues. I got a couple of those. I got a stack.
I think his best work is that 4001 ADY. Those are always cheap to find. I'm going to find a couple if I ever run into him again. But I met him once. I think that's good enough. I don't have to meet him again.
Yeah.
Well, what did it for me with him was actually years ago. I think around 2009, 10. He's, everybody knows my character, right? I'm a Wolverine guy, so I was always collecting anything Wolverine title or like where he was affiliated. And right around that time, they had restarted the X-Force series. And yeah. And what was really cool about that series, number one, was so basically all the like badass X-Men joined together to form they were basically like a hit squad for the X-Men. So it was like straight up like any work that was too dirty for the X-Men, like the regular X-Men to get involved in, they would send the X-Force out to go handle some business. You know what I mean? And so they all had like black and gray suits with red eyes. Like it was like aesthetically, it was dope as fuck. Like, and the storylines were pretty good too. And he did a lot of the covers and interiors, at least for the first 10 issues of almost 30 issue run. And I started talking to him about that. And I told him, hey, this is actually how I first found out about you was through these books. I'm a huge Wolverine fan. And I started collecting these. And I always loved the art. And what I loved about those books is, maybe not everybody knows, is the covers on those had an A and a B variant. The A variant was just the normal like look of the same book. And then the B variant was the same characters, same pose, only bloody. Everything was war-torn and bloody and ravaged, but same character, same poses, everything, right? Maybe there's now fire in the background or but that's what they were called. They were called the bloody variants. And I go, how did that happen? And it was really interesting to see, like, you just seen like this like smile kind of light up on his face. And he goes, yeah, the way those came about, he goes, you want to know how those came about? I was like, yeah, dude, like, how did that happen? He goes, basically they were giving me like months and months in between me turning in the covers. And so I was bored and I just started messing with them, and I would show them and they'd be like, okay, we're doing 2 covers this month then. And that's how it basically started, was he just,
Oh, wow. A's and B's, yeah.
yeah, I thought that was really cool.
I gotta be honest, I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know what his Wolverine looks like.
Oh, we'll show you.
Yeah, you gotta show.
We got some
I
images.
don't know what his Wolverine looks like.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to say when he was signing my books, I was talking with him a little bit as well, and I thanked him for all his beautiful artwork and how his autographed for me. I said your autograph's definitely one of the best out there, and I said how do you like those paint pens, and you're just so great with those paint pens. Because yeah, I freaking dig these things. So they take a little time to dry, but I mean they're worth it, and it seems like.
And we were like, we know they take time to dry.
And I thanked him for signing all my books and coming out. And I think the first time I came across Clayton Crain was on those Ghost Rider comics, when I picked up some of those Ghost Riders, and I was like, hey, that's when I discovered Clayton Crain for the first time and started picking up. Hey, thanks, Chula. Yeah, there's my that's the back of my iPhone 10 there.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm currently using right now. So that's my phone. Yeah, Black Panther.
Oh, that's cool.
R.I.P. Chadwick.
Yeah.
Yep. Rest in peace.
By the way, I saw Marshall and I saw Get On Up. Those are great movies.
Get On Up was great, right?
They're both great.
Yeah. Oh, yes, they are.
I gotta see 42 now. I've yet to see that.
Oh, 42 is awesome. Yeah, I went out. I was one of those guys that went out and looking for the movies, and all I found was this one.
Oh yeah, I heard of that. Oh yeah.
Hold on. Let me highlight you, AG. Hold on. Let me highlight you.
That's all I found. I went out looking for movies, and it's because I know all this stuff's getting snatched up.
And I heard that's really good.
Yeah, he's a police officer in that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I prefer to get like Blu-ray and then get the digital download that comes with it, or even 4K, possibly. But for the price of this, I'm like, I'm just gonna freaking buy it. I'll upgrade later. But yeah, I'm just gonna probably get that stuff online. No, I haven't seen it. It's still sealed.
I heard it was great.
Yeah, I'm sure the rest. I'm sure those movies are.
You ready to talk about your books?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta figure this thing back out again. I'm so slow at this.
It's all good.
All right.
Yeah, but
Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
I just wanted to thank Clayton Crain for coming out and signing them. And then I said, hey, man, like, weren't you just in Oregon the other night? He was up like in some part of Oregon signing books. So, yeah, he's like, I think he was telling us, he was telling me, he's like, yeah, and then the following day, he's like, in 2 days, I'm supposed to be down in San Diego. Then I go here and I go there. I'm like, man, dude, I said, just thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm sure all the fans really, dig you doing all this traveling,
Here you go. Here you go, CBA.
Okay. Yeah. I have not seen that before, to be honest with you.
It's fairly new, right, Chula? Is it only maybe a year old or something?
Yeah, so this is a facsimile reprint of the original Wolverine miniseries, and Crain just did his own cover to it. So there's a Virgin variant, which is this one, and I have it on mine. Dang it! I'll show you guys later. There's also a trade dress variant.
Okay.
Yeah. That's Davis's comic book there I purchased for Davis.
Look at that purple.
I have not seen that one either. Yeah, that's really cool.
And
that
like
just came
out. Yeah, that just came out. That book just came out.
Wow.
And I made the comment, or I was thinking about it later, like how, because I have some issues with paint pens from time to time, and noticing how Clayton Crain was signing, and just look effortless, and how he just had really I didn't see any issues with the after part of it when the paint's drying or whatever, and how on each book it just kind of pops.
Well, you got he's super skilled. He has two methods. One is acrylic paint, so he's good with his hands, but he's also good at Photoshop. So we'll take a picture, put it on Photoshop, and digitally enhance it. So he's good with both mediums. I'm sure this is all Photoshop after he's painted or something like that.
Yeah, but it's just, I was like, man, and I started thinking about it. Like most of the books I guess he's signing these days, they're not, like, obviously not signing a lot of, he's signing, these are all modern books. They're not a lot of silver. Obviously, they're not golden. They're not silver. So, and I guess the paint pen just has a better,
it just pops with the colors better. Those colors.
And then the way the cover's made. You know.
Hold on to your chonies, CBA.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what that autograph?
Oh wow,
I
that's
said
cool.
teal, baby, teal. Yeah, because that's one of my favorite
sweet.
covers.
I
Yeah.
like that. It's awesome.
See that's worth $5.
Oh, for sure. Look at that.
That's worth $5 to have him sign that. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and then the Venom book. I asked him for that red in the side, no problem. Yeah. It was just really cool.
And can you believe he's self-taught?
Oh.
I didn't know that. Is that right?
Yeah, so the guys that are classically trained are Adam Hughes, Alex Ross and,
for sure.
and Arthur Saddam. And the guys that I know that are self-taught are Adam Hughes and this guy, Clayton Crain.
Mm.
Clayton Crain went to some art school in Seattle. He did it for half a year. He said, forget this. I'm just going to do whatever I want on my own.
Nah.
So he's totally self-taught.
Yeah, the guy's just, to me, he's I don't know. I think he's amazing. He seems like a fantastic guy. Real nice guy.
Oh, this was a good one. I like how AG picked red and blue for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's $20.
That's a 20.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, it's a $20.
Wow.
I only did 3, man. Only did 3.
Oh, here's a good one.
Yeah, this is the rainbow one. Okay. Yep. Infinity signature is.
So we've heard it referred to as the Infinity signature or the Crane bow.
Crane bow, yeah. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Wow. I've not seen a lot of these covers, to be honest, because I've not been buying new books. So
I think he does a lot of stuff out of his own store, like
online, from his web shop or website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So these are my books. I didn't get a chance to take pictures of each one individually.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully you can. Can you hear the video too? The audio?
Is that Justice League Dark? Is that what that is?
Yep.
No, I can't hear the audio.
I don't know just the audio, but it looks cool. Yeah. Look at that purple, man.
That's a facsimile to Spider-Man #1.
Yeah.
Well, you brought
Check out all my. See, look, I'm glad I did the Venomverse, the window bags on the Venomverse. See, I matched all the colors to one of the colors on the suits, and I placed them all in the same area, so they look like super.
You put some thought into that, I can see.
God. Yeah.
Wow, that is sweet.
And that's what I mean. Like that's why I was saying, Ron. Like we were there, we were braving the elements and the weather and the pandemic and the hordes of people, and I was like, dude, we gotta go all in on this, you know?
Oh, we're going all in. The only thing I didn't do that I wanted to do was possible remarks or something, but at that point, I was like, no, I'll meet him again. I'll meet him again some other time at a con, and and I'll get that remark from him or something.
I like that green that you picked because it goes with the Hulk.
Oh, that's why you picked it.
For me, it goes with the Hulk, and it goes with those Army dog tags.
Army dog tags.
Oh, here's the trade dress variant. Look at that one.
Oh, that's a $20 one.
Yeah,
for sure.
2 pens.
35 because I'm submitting.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Movie poster variant of Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
And this is From Dusk Till Dawn. And I did it right on the blade of Wolverine's.
Nice.
And this one is.
How'd you get this one? Where'd you get this from?
eBay.
Oh man, you spent a lot of money on that.
Shh, the wife's watching.
Oof.
And then Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
Nice selection, man.
That was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it was
look at that. Look who's joined us, guys.
Hey, is everything okay?
Guys.
You guys all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. I just had to deal with something. I had to blow dry my hair, so I'm all good.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, the beard. I had to blow dry the beard.
Yeah.
Yep. Takes a long time to wash that bad boy.
You gotta
So what's up, guys?
One of these days, Taddy. Look at this.
One of these
I'm
days.
getting there. I'm getting there.
Well, we have 2 minutes left in the show, Tad.
Oh, okay. Well, I got some comic books I can show, my pickups, if you guys want to see those.
Yeah, what's up, Tad? Let's see what you got. Yeah, let's see what you got. Go for it.
First I got to open up my packs of M&Ms because I said last time I'd eat some M&Ms, being on the show.
There you go.
So yeah. All right, there we go. So I saw this big lot of well, not a big lot, but it was a decent amount of Star Wars books for $1 a piece at my comic book store, so I grabbed them. So I make sure I got a place to set these bad boys down. But here's Star Wars number 26.
Oh,
It's Jason Aaron stuff.
Yeah, this is number 30. These are all newsstand. 31.
Incredible writer, by the way.
32. These covers are amazing. 33. 34. Got some was that Lando Calrissian, man, Pip of the Skies right there. Job of the Hutt. Hit the pimp. 35. That's a pretty cool cover.
yeah.
36. Man, it's hard to talk with M&Ms in my mouth. 37.
Generally, yeah.
Melted chocolate with peanuts, man. That ain't something to do.
Oh, you got nuts in your mouth. That's not good.
I need someone to give me a freaking Heimlich maneuver over here. I start choking. 39. This one's actually really, really nice cover too. Black cover, no spine ticks. It's pretty sweet. Not to say anything about the actual show from Sith Lord, man. That was a great show they had tonight, man.
So that show's
Spine
pretty
ticks.
sweet too, right? Spine ticks are pretty sweet too, right?
Number 40. So see, whenever I say spine ticks now, they don't know if I'm giving them a shout out.
Yeah.
But hey,
Here's.
here's
I think in the industry they call that guerrilla marketing, Tat.
oh, gorilla. Nice. Like Rage
Yeah,
Against
yeah.
the Machine, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, the Black Widow book came out not too long ago, and so I called up my LCS, and they're going to hold the J. Scott Campbell one for me. And I'm not sure if I either got the Virgin variant cover or the regular one, but I went to my other LCS, and they had 3 covers there. What's up, brother? Yeah, marketing. See, said marketing. I can't see the chat, by the way, so you guys can be saying whatever, and I won't know. But here's Black Widow number 1. This is the Adam Hughes cover.
Oh, that's cool. You got that
Now, see,
one,
it's
CPA?
nice.
Yeah, I don't have it yet. I have about 5 coming in.
But look at that. I mean, check. But see, he
Yes.
always draws pretty much the same face, man.
Well,
I mean,
similar.
Yeah, I suppose.
Similar. They're similar. Some are
No,
some
but
are
serious
more-
though. It's
well, that's
either
his style.
it's either the O face, like or it's something else. But no, that'll probably be the freaking
Yeah, with the red
thumbnail for
hair.
this.
With the red hair, that's either also Scarlet Witch or Medusa. So.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but I mean, I still like it. I wanted to grab it because
Oh, yeah.
I figured it'd be nice to have 2 copies. And then I saw this one there. This is Marvel Zombies Resurrection number 1. I went with this cover because, man, some of the other ones are okay, but this one I thought was better. You got Galactus on the front cover with Spider-Man.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Who is
Yeah.
that? Is that Inyuk Lee?
I think that's in Hook Lee.
Yes, it is. Good eyes, bro.
Thanks.
And then, of course, Spawn. Yeah, if you hear from me, you know it's the truth. Then here's Spawn number 309, because I do have this on my pull list now. That's a
there you
sweet
go. That
cover.
was badass right there.
Yeah, I actually still have the Spawn medieval figurine still in the box where he looks like that, So I still have that
Yeah.
in the box. Then here's, of course, Joker War Part 4, number 98. This one's a pretty sweet cover, too. This LCS here that I get these books from, they always just give me the regular cover unless I specify that I want, the variant.
Cover.
Yeah, but my other store, man, those guys know. They just throw it in there. And then this was the last one for my new pull list. This is, of course, Amazing Spider-Man number 47, 848. Now, I haven't even shot a video for these books, so, special tonight. Me being late, might as well show my books.
Sneak preview.
Yeah, sneak preview. Well, I won't have to make a video now, which is nice. And then these ones I've already showed, but these ones I haven't, because these are also ones I found in their quarter bin, which were pretty sweet. Edward Scissorhands. And there's a lot of different covers for this, but I do want to start collecting this. Here's the first one. This is number 2. Can't remember if it's, I think this is cover A.
That Kevin Wada. It's Kevin Wada watercolor art. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I tell you what, man, you guys are nailing tonight. This is this one isn't Kevin Wada though. This is it's D. It looks like it's DEALM or something. Dellum or something. But he dated it. Sometimes I can't read these guys' signatures. That's a pretty sweet cover right there. But I definitely want to read this story. I love the movie. This one's pretty cool though. This one's definitely like from the cartoon when they used to have it as a cartoon.
Oh yeah. It looks like Beetlejuice style.
Yeah. And then this is another series I'm trying to collect. It's Anna Mercy 2. I love the covers for this series right here. So I found all these books for $25. Figure might as well, give them a good home. That's all the books that I got, and then I just been working on that shout out board for Don the Comic Book Junkie. I've been trying to get some more of that red colored in there.
Nice.
Cool.
Did Don ask you to do that for him, or are you just doing that for him?
No, I'm just doing it.
Okay.
I plan on working.
He made requests to the community if people would do, commissions for him, and I wonder if he asked you if you did. If you could do a ring for him.
I think he asked me like a long time ago, or I mentioned I would try doing for him. But these are just the shout out boards like to do for people's channels. When my eyes are actually not bothered by my allergies, because I figured I already know what I'll do for you, CBA. It'll be Black Widow, of course. But like on this one here, I just went crazy with the background. I just wanted to start scribbling, drawing some stuff, and I started drawing things in here. And I'm like, okay, now it's kind of like a cool way to, look to see what you could find in this picture. You know what I mean? So like I drew like Venom in here, I drew Punisher, I drew a couple Pokemon characters, drew Woodstock, the Hulk, Deadpool, Black Widow right there. Let me see, right there's Black Widow symbol. So I got to color that in.
Interesting.
Yep, right by his crotch. Yeah, I know, right by his crotch. There's the
Stormbreaker.
Yes, Stormbreaker right there. So it's just like things I was drawing. Right over here is Krang. Try to fit him in there as best I can from Turtles. So I just want to do a whole bunch of different things. And like this side is going to be where it's black. The other part of it's going to be red. To make it different. But that's just little things I like to do. I'm going to start doing more shout out boards for more channels. Just gives me a way to kind of get my artistic outlook done, But I was watching you guys' show earlier. I was in the kitchen just kind of watching and trying to deal with some things, and it was pretty cool, man. It was nice to hear those stories about meeting Clayton Crain and how you guys set up everything. So I saw the pictures too, man. Cholula was working hard, getting his books ready and stuff. My brother's just chilling, like, I got this. He's like, I've been on this rodeo, but Cholula was like, oh God, gotta get this guy. And he had everything organized though. That's what's great about you guys. You guys know what you're doing.
Well, yeah, I mean that definitely helps,
Yeah, we had the only thing I didn't have is I had to go into the store. I left line, and I had to go into the store to buy a couple of more modern size bagging boards because after I'd cut holes in the other ones, I needed a second set of stuff to put it in. And then the other thing I needed was I needed a cardboard to cut to protect the book and protect the backing board as I was cutting the window out. But I was pretty resourceful, and I just walked over to like the recycling area, and I found a bunch of like discarded cardboard boxes. So I just like ripped one up and then.
Yeah, dudes in line. Some of the guys in line were tripping out. They're like, "Hey, check this dude out." Yeah. All these rookies were like, "What's this guy doing?" Oh, check that out.
So
you need all the flippers.
Yeah,
all the flippers.
I heard one guy. I did hear one guy like talk to his buddy, and he was like, "Oh, you see that? That's a pretty good idea."
Yeah. Oh, what is he doing? Oh, that's for the signature. Oh, wow. Hey.
So when you were in line, I know you're spaced out 6 feet, but were you able to see what other people were getting signed? Because there's so many cool Crain covers out there. Were you able to see something that someone had done that you kind of go, "Oh, I wish I had that"?
Yeah, there was a couple that I saw. There was a Venom. I don't know what number it was, like maybe 30. And it's a cover swipe of Jim Steranko's Incredible Hulk, where he's holding the Hulk up like this, like Atlas.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh, but
I
it
don't
was
think
Venom.
I've seen that one. So Crain did that?
Venom. He did a Venom one. Yep.
Oh, he
Yeah.
did a Venom one. I see. Because Davis Comics fine. I think he did he had a Clayton Crain slab Batman, and I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, the Batman's Batman's a new one too. I think it's a fairly
He's
new
running
cover.
away from the Batmobile. There's bats in the background.
Yeah,
That's a
that
really
was
cool
a nice one
cover.
that Davis had. Yeah.
Mhm.
In fact, I'll just show these if you've got a few moments. These are the
Yeah.
pop figures.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. Sig.
nice.
Yeah, I mean that's what I dig. His Sig is so clean.
Yeah.
And I said for that blue. Again, this is toward the end of the night, or toward the end of the day. And I was like, yeah, I'll just ask. Because I wasn't sure. I was like, last minute, I'm like, let me ask this kid if he'll sign these. The kid's like, oh, yeah, he'll sign them.
Oh, that's my favorite one right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you got it done in orange. That looks good.
Yeah. His orange is pretty sick. Even Chula was like, hey, man, just ask him. Ask the guy, ask the kid, see if he'll sign it. All they could say is no, But I do have these two books too. These are the two I got back when I did the CGC in-house signing. And this, if I had more books to get together, if I put my books together quicker in time to send out to CGC, I would have, but I didn't. So I just grabbed. I had these two books that was easy to grab and send in, and then get the label.
Oh, nice.
And it's got the Jim Starlin. Jim Starlin.
Nice.
And then the Infinity Sig.
Oh my God.
So.
Wow.
And I mean, doing this was a lot cheaper than if you would do it through Crain. And then these were sent off to CGC in-house signing. And it's in-house signing. He was doing Infinity signatures on like everything. If you asked for it, and he wasn't charging more.
So let me see if I got this straight. So you sent in that book that was signed by Starlin to them, and they had Clayton Crain sign it for you.
Yeah, they cracked it open because there's already a CGC yellow label.
Oh,
and
God.
These were already CGC yellow labels with Starlin. Starlin in gold, bronze.
Because I've heard stories where they unslab it and the book is damaged and they say, oh, it's coming back at 7.0 or something like that.
Yeah, I just saw that posted on Instagram and I was like, it obviously happens, but it's not common. The guy sent in it was for the Mike Zach Jim Shooter. It was a 9.8 Punisher 1, the limited series Punisher 1.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
9.8. I think it came back. I don't know if it dropped to a 7.5 or an 8.
What?
No, I think it only dropped to a 9.0.
A 9.0? Okay.
Yeah.
9.0.
But that's still a huge drop.
Yeah, from a 9.8 to a 9.0. And that's
dropping like a top.
Yeah. If it goes from a 9.8 to 6.5, here's your 6.5. We'll pay you $50 to compensate you.
Yeah.
That's
a huge drop.
Well, I know it's getting almost kind of late, but these were the other books that came with the Crains.
Yeah, let's see them.
Because they did, this again. I didn't have this book, or this book didn't get signed by Perez in time. So when then I come, then I find out Perez is doing in-house signing. I sent this book out for Perez.
Wow.
Because it already had Starling on it, yellow label, and then I get George Perez. Right.
Nice.
Sweet.
I'm starting to see a what do you call it? Oh gosh, lost for words. But yes, because that's like 2 Thanoses and 1 Venom, but it's mostly like the Infinity stuff. So what do we got here, man? Just a whole Infinity run you didn't tell me about yet?
Nah, this was a little pricey because it was.
Check around the corner, see if she's listening.
Yeah, you see how he's looking around before he's talking about how pricey it was?
My woman's still awake.
Oh,
he's pulling a Cal Rowe. He's pulling a Cal Rowe looking like to the left. You're like, what is he looking at?
Oh,
I heard about this guy. I had to go for it because I'll probably never meet him.
Nice.
The
It was
Miller.
one of my favorites. Yeah, I freaking love it, man. I was really
badass.
stoked. Really stoked for this. So, I mean, the book looks.
Is that the most expensive one to send in? The Miller signatures?
I think so.
I think that's the priciest one, right?
That was. I think that was 100.
What's it on the rewind?
But there you go.
It's not bring your kids.
Look at
Oh
you.
yeah. Is that Chris Claremont, Stanley, and who else?
The man.
Oh,
Oh, Frank Miller on there too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm missing Rubenstein, but I wasn't gonna crack it open for Ruby.
That's
Man,
nasty,
you're-
man.
Yeah.
You're so lucky that we're such good friends because I would beat you for that. Like, I would.
Whoa,
Oh my God.
whoa. Is Jonathan throwing a throwdown right now? Is Cholula trying to throw a throwdown?
I'm just saying.
What's wrong with
that's
you, man?
You got
I was-
everybody on there, and it's a 9.8, and it's the Wolverine label,
Yeah.
and I totally want to jack you for it.
Hey,
Oh, that's right.
just
Before I
keep it
got
clean,
this-
Jonathan.
Before I got it regraded, I know this is not. I mean, it's not a big thing for a lot of guys, but it kind of every little thing for me makes a difference. But it was off white to white pages. Now it was like white to white pages. Now it's just white pages.
Now he's just
Nice.
showing off. Now he
So-
definitely
Yeah,
wants you to
he
try
definitely
jacking. Look at that. Now I'm not going to stick up for my brother now, man. He's like, let me show it again. Let me rub it in your face.
Yeah. Now he's like
That's
strutting around.
Yeah, that's what you do to your dog if he pees on the floor. You rub his face and bad boy. Now he's like, look at me, Jonathan. How you like this, brother?
Yeah,
Pull
you
back,
gotta
we
keep
bring
it
back
wound
in.
down.
Yeah, I'm actually waiting. I got my number 4 here somewhere, but I'm waiting for 2 and 3 to come back. I just wanted to get them. They weren't going to get signed. Not only that was getting signed, but I just wanted the other ones to get re-slabbed with that Wolverine label. So all 4 of them will have that label.
Well,
Yeah.
either way, bro, congratulations on that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks,
man.
I freaking love those things. Yeah, thank you.
Really badass.
Well, I did today at work. It was cool. One of my friends, which is great. I'm finding a lot of people at my work do collect comic books, right? So now they're starting to come to me when they want to sell their books. So my friend came up to me and goes, "Hey man, I just sold a whole bunch of Captain America books." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm thinking in the back of my head. I'm like, he told me he was going to let me buy those off him first, right? But he sold them. I said, I'm like, that's cool. Then he goes ahead and he tells me about this other book. He said he bought it in a lot, and it is. I'm not going to tell you what book it is now because I'm going to wait till I get it from him. But he's going to sell me a key book that I've been wanting for a while, already slabbed. I want to say at a 9.8. 9.8 or a 9.6, somewhere around there. I'm guessing. I'll have to ask him again. But when I do get this book, I will show it on this channel right here first. But it's gonna be a sweet book. But then I did get this, man. It's a 1967 Ford Mustang GTA
What?
fastback.
What? Oh, that's a 67. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping to get a 68, man. I was gonna hook you up.
Oh, that's all
But
good.
it's
I
blue?
got one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's cool. I think I. Yeah.
But then I got this one though because you're a Mustang guy and me, I'm the French. Oui. Porsche.
Oh no, that's still cool. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a Porsche. It's pretty sweet. It's Porsche 911 GT3 RS 4.0. So now I'm starting to collect Hot Wheel cars again. Damn it.
These are bigger than Hot Wheels, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I can actually get my son in that and make him drive around because I got this one right here. This is my other Mustang, a long time ago GTO.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then right here though, guess
Open
who's
up.
in the car? Guess who's in the car? It's a little Lego dude.
Deadpool.
No, Magneto.
Oh man.
He's right there. He's chilling. Yeah, that's just right there. Then I got My Little Pony because my daughter brought it out here and put it out here for me to look at.
Oh.
I'm almost done with my M&Ms. They do melt in your mouth. They're good. M&Ms are good.
I only got 2 more items, but I don't know how we are for time.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll go ahead.
show
I'll
'em.
be quiet.
Sorry. No.
I'll be quiet. I'm chewing.
Thanks to Cholula as well, because I mean, he was definitely, he helped me out a lot, filling out the paperwork, even though we never turned it in for CGC. But helping me out, filling out the books. The guy was hustling.
Huge waste of time.
Yeah, but it was still so because we're waiting. I mean, I got the pop figures signed. I bought a couple extra books. I got this print that I was really stoked to get. And Crain signed it for me as well in the white.
Oh,
that white paint pen. So
That's good.
that's a thing
That's
of
really
beauty.
yeah, and
I love that,
I have these comics as well. I just couldn't find them in time, and now because the way things because I wasn't doing CDC, it's all good. I'll find these books next time and I'll get them to sign, or whatever. I'll meet them at a con. Oh, that was in fact, this will take back. This is I don't know if CBA was with me when I got this done. This was from on the backside. This is Ali Garza, and this is when we had that.
Oh yeah, when we met him, yeah.
The SF con.
Hey
SF
Doom,
con.
how's it going?
Yeah, that's
Hey,
SF con.
Doom.
And, you know, since CBA was right next to me, and he was like, "Oh, because I got so many things signed by Ali Garza." He's like, "Oh, you get a free sketch." I was like, since CBA was right next to me, oh, Black Widow.
Yeah,
Oh, now he's rubbing that in your face.
Yeah, look, so he got me CBA with all the Wolverine stuff, and now he's doing you.
Jeez. CBA, I'm sorry, bro. I can't help you, man. I'm too far away. You're in trouble.
I'm just making all kinds of friends, aren't I?
Hey, AG, where's your Daredevil #1 to rub in Tat's face now?
Oh, shut up. Shut up, dude. Shut up. That ain't cool.
This was
this
was something I just picked up the other day. This is a surprise to me. I've never seen this before. And talking to my comic book store, the guy that owns this comic book store, he said this was a gift from the distributor, the new distributor for DC Comics. It was a way to thank all the folks for hooking up and just trying this new company out and getting all their DC books through them. And because this was in his back room, I usually have to go back there and pick up some packages and stuff. I have things delivered to him at the shop instead of my house.
So he took you to his back room and showed you his package, huh?
Oh, you put it like that. Let me show that Wolverine again. Hold on.
Oh, snap.
Dang.
I'm going to get you quick. I'm going to get you quick.
Anyways, no.
You crying, man?
I seen this book and I was like, what the heck is this? I brought it out to the front. I asked him, and that's when he told me this was a gift from the company, and they only gave it out to some distributors, some folks that ordered all this DC stuff. Because I'm like, I've never seen this damn thing before, and it's a CGC, and it's this label. Let me just show you. That's the coming. There you
go. What the hell is that?
That's hecka cool.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, this takes me back. This takes me back to when years ago when I had seen CGC do special labels for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they did one for George Perez. They had some special George Perez labels.
Wow.
That was out, if I recall, that was in Hawaii, and they had a special con out in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
And they never released them to the public. So I was like, they only had it at that special show as an anniversary. So the guy tells me this is a special label that CGC did for DC, and I was like, dude,
damn.
So I asked my buddy that owns a comic book store. I was like, "Is this for sale?" He goes, "Everything's for sale at the right price."
That's a Bill Sienkiewicz cover, right?
Yeah.
That's nice, dude. I remember that cover.
Yeah,
I remember
gorgeous.
that. I seriously do remember that cover because the guy who runs the comic book store I go to, he's a huge Bill Sienkiewicz fan. He's always showing me the new covers that are coming out, but I've never seen that label before, so that's sweet.
Nah, we're hoping that CGC will do some DC labels, and and that's the first one. That's the only one I've ever seen so far, and
so
hopefully that's an indication.
Can I be forward? How much?
I'm looking to see if my one was because it's bedtime. 75.
Oh, bro, she just texted me, man.
Can you repeat that?
Hey, your woman just texted me and said, "What the hell?" She just texted me and said, "What the hell?" Same whole imaginary phone.
No, that's not bad. I thought he was going to charge more because he was looking at prices. Like he was trying to find it on eBay. We couldn't find it on eBay. I think there was only 1 or 2 books that were listed like that on eBay, and of course they wanted like 150. Something stupid.
Yeah.
And he's like, let me look at recently sold. Nothing was sold yet. And he knows me. I know him. He's like, well, hey, I'll just, I'm like, I'm cool with that. And then, so I'm about to pay for this book. And my buddy Tommy's there, Body Heat.
Yeah.
He breaks out the card and goes, let me buy that for you. I'm all, what are you talking about, dude? He's all, let me get you that gift. I'm all, why? And so he wanted to give me an early B-Day gift, and I was like, "Dude, you're freaking too cool, man." And I told him, I told Tommy, I said, "Tom, if I ever get rid of this, you're the guy that's going to get it," because his daughter loves Harley Quinn, and he's been
there you go.
He gets Harley Quinn stuff from time to time for her to decorate the room. And I said, "Dude, that's your book. If I toss that book, it's yours."
If I toss that book,
yeah, you like that? I was in the back room, and then you tossed the book. You like that, bro?
Yeah. So when you get ready to toss that Wolverine, just let me know. All right.
Oh,
I'll be there.
Oh, you'll be there.
Yeah. I'll be there to catch it.
See, this is the late night with Cholula. Gets a little
you know what though?
themed.
This was the other thing I forgot to show you. You don't have to put me on the screen.
Windows.
But they're
What?
giving out like the little posters
Oh.
too. I don't know if you guys are getting these. That's a pretty cool poster.
Oh, yeah,
That was
I don't
something
know,
else they were handing out.
Oh, 'cause
Um,
free Batman Day. Free Batman Day. is
Yeah.
It's
coming
a Joker War, isn't it? The Joker
Yeah.
War.
Yeah. Well, the craziest thing is like everybody's been getting free comic books, dude. And I don't know if my store has been stingy about not giving me any of those free comic books or anything like that. But I'm just like, dude, I haven't seen any of them. Like, you guys are like holding out, not giving me the free books, you know? Because I
Wow.
drop money in there, dude. I go in there and seriously, I drop money, and they should be hooking me up with something like that. You know, what I mean, that'd be nice
Yeah.
to get some of those free books because I give them to my kids. My kids will read them. I
See,
put them right in the little book thing. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
you heard what Tat said. He drops money. His wife's asleep already, guys. She's
Oh,
already
that's-
asleep. She's not listening.
I'm out my garage, dude. I know how to do this. I've been married for what? No. I'm not even gonna guess how long I've been married. But I can tell you, I've been married for over 22 years. So I know how to work this, man. I know how to do the system. I had all my shit out here. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
well, she'll
that-
probably
there
watch
you
this
go.
too. Now I'm busted. I can't give away all my secrets.
Plus, you put in the back.
CBA was being tight-lipped with the prices too. Oh, I think those signatures were like $1 or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dollar.
Well, see, this is what's gonna happen. I feel like I'm on Jerry Springer, dude. You're not the father. What? You know, it's like I'm gonna get in trouble. Dude, Mark's gonna watch this. Go. Oh, so that's why you bring in the water from the garage. Yeah, no, I don't do that. You know? I sneak my
Alright.
stuff into the garage,
Yeah,
man.
All right, guys. Well, we're getting at about that time. Whoa, hour
Yeah.
and 21. Yeah, that's usually like our sweet spot, huh? Like around hour and 20.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time do you gotta get to work? Your shift starts at 7 or 8,
6.
Jonathan?
Oh,
Oh,
6.
well then.
I start at 4, dude. I start at 4 in the morning.
Let's. Okay, time to go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Jimmy.
get going, guys.
Wait, can I just say
thank you.
one thing real quick, though?
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I don't know if you guys saw that Cal Rowe was in the chat earlier. Did you guys see
Oh.
that?
I did.
He jumped in for a little bit.
Oh, that's right.
I was going to tell a quick story. If you ever want to get your YouTube channel name out there, do what he did in one of his videos where he wrote it down on a piece of paper and slipped it in a book and put it back on the shelf. Best way to get your YouTube channel name out there. That's what Cal Rowe did a long time ago. But go ahead. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to be interrupted. Sorry.
Nope. Just wanted to say what's up to everybody who came out and joined us. Gomez Comic Collector, Joker M21, Sith Lordly, Al Picknell. That's the whole Spine Tick crew. Everyone
Mhm.
Sapper Comic Fan. Azor's Tiger. Sith Lordly. Did I say that already? K Titus.
Yes. Yeah.
There was a bunch of people who joined us in the middle that I didn't get a chance to say.
The
Kyle
Doom.
Rose, one of them.
The Doom.
Cal Rowe.
Cal Rowe.
Got Doom.
Doom. We had Uncanny Kyle Waka in here for a little while. So,
Yep,
thanks
Waka
for everybody
Waka.
who came out and joined us. Really quickly, I'll go around. AG, any last final words?
No, just thanks for coming out again. Thanks for hosting such a late night show, and I know you guys got to get to work and stuff. Yeah, I think, like I said, normally what our hours are going to be, we're going to attempt 6 o'clock on a Saturday, but today seemed to be all right as well. Today worked out okay to a point.
Yeah.
But no, thanks for all the guys showing up, and thanks for this chat. It was great. It was cool talking about our Clayton Crain experiences. And it's late, bro. But yeah, ultimately, just thanks to all you guys, and it was great. Thank you.
All right. Tat.
Me? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
My bad.
You want to say?
Wait. Interrupt me? What? No, just kidding. No, but hey, thanks for letting me join in late. Sorry, I just had a couple things I had to do. And thank you for letting me show my books. Thanks everybody who showed up in the chat. It was cool. I was reading the guys' comments. They're popping up. CBA, awesome, brother. I saw you on here too. That was great. I think this is like the crew, And of course, my brother, man, hearing his stories and hearing your guys' stories when I was watching, Clayton Crain, that was great, dude. Because it's kind of like I was there even when I wasn't. So thank you guys.
Thanks. CBA.
Yeah, I can't spend the money that you guys spend because I've been married 26 years. So,
Well,
yeah.
Ooh.
Why do you think I got so many jobs, CBA?
Well, I only have one kid. You have like what, 5? So
Well, he has a kid every time he met Stan Lee. So
that's true. That's true. Huh?
That is true, actually. That is true.
seriously, nice show, guys. I had fun. It's cool revisiting Clayton Crain. I met him in 2017. I don't know if I want to meet him again, but if the convention scene is set up right, you know, it'd be nice to get some more of his cool stuff signed.
Yeah.
We got to get you
Especially
that Black
Discharging
Widow one
Puck.
signed for sure.
Oh, the Black Widow, yeah.
Absolutely.
Nah, he wouldn't want that.
I'm sorry. I just want to say thanks to Sith Lordly as well. It was a great show by Spine Ticks. I watched part of that. I just want to say thanks for, you know, always just trying to juggle your show around our show. It's like you don't have to do that, but I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thanks
thank
for, you. Really appreciate that. So I'm sorry.
Yep.
That's all.
Yep. Sorry for coming on late and messing up the rotation. I was over here messing up the rotation, but I had to stay to work later today. But yeah, thanks to the Spine Tick crew.
Spine Tick crew.
Thanks for everybody who came out to listen to us ramble on about some comics that we got and some people that we got to meet. And yeah, man, it was cool. It was fun. You guys know who it is. It's your West Coast Comic Connection. And until we see you guys next time, keep stacking